What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, come on, you know I don't watch that shit.
Why not? Too scared?
No, it's just what's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting.
Hello! And welcome to episode 50s? 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8.
50s.
Yeah, we're in the 50s. Hi, everybody.
Hi! This is Kim and Kat Stay Alive.
Maybe.
We're a horror movie comedy podcast.
And we are going to tell you and spoil an entire horror movie. And then we're going to try and stay alive in the very same scenarios that the characters have found themselves in. That's what we're going to do today.
So play along.
Yeah.
And cheers,
Yeah.
Ketryn.
Gina holes out.
Tits up.
Oh.
Woof.
Oh. Good one. I'm looking at my shot glass. It says for medicinal purposes only, and it reminded me that I want to go get that
Oh, Fernet.
that tasted like, what did he say? Mint and dirt?
Mint and dirt is how he
Yeah.
described it. And Ketryn was like, I'm in.
Well, I wasn't in on the description of the taste, but so we went to Seattle with our girlfriends, and we eat and drink like we're in college when we're together. And so my tum-tum was a little upsetty poo. And we went to this little bar, and it was described as like a medicinal liquor. And it tasted like medicine in the sense that it didn't taste good, shall we say. Mm-hmm. But my tummy ache went away upon like fucking smelling it.
Yeah, Fernet is not
It's
my
not-
favorite.
No. And I'd want to sit down and interview the person that said it was their favorite.
I think it's an old-timey drink, probably like most liquors.
Right.
They were made a long time ago.
Sure.
And originally, a lot of them were used as
For
medicine.
Yeah. And
But you know what? So was heroin.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
what are we doing with our lives?
yeah, exactly.
No one
it,
knows.
It fucking medicined me though.
Yeah.
Like straight up. But it did taste
legit.
like mint
Mint
dirt.
and dirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was intense. Yeah. So we're back from Seattle.
Yes. We went.
Seattle.
We survived.
We did. Seattle.
Not for me.
No shade, no tea, no shade. But you know, some cities are for people, and then other cities are not for people.
Not for me.
It's not for me either.
Yeah.
Seattle's
Had the
strange.
best time. Had an amazing time, but
gosh.
mostly just because we hung out with our girlfriends. And I'm
Yeah.
always excited to see a new city.
Yeah, totally. Because I now can go, oh, Seattle, not
Been
for
there.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn some cool facts.
Learn some very cool facts, like that fucking Seattle is built on top of itself, and it was run by some badass bitches. Basically, it was fucking run by brothels.
Yeah.
And
Very
these
cool.
queens were just like the fucking, what was that horror movie we said we wanted to like write that was like based in Seattle? I think it was.
We said we wanted to write.
We did. We were, yeah.
Did we?
We were like, that's a great horror movie idea. It had something to do with the brothels,
Maybe you had this discussion with someone, not me.
with myself in my head.
Or one of the other girls.
Who else?
I know usually it's just you and me, so there's like no one else that you would have discussed it with. But this time there was
Maybe I
like five
did.
of us's,
No,
five of
right.
just me's and you's.
I feel like it was about that old whore that turned to stone.
Oh yeah, fascinating. But
Yeah.
again, not a
Not
discussion
with
with
you.
me.
Cool. Well, I'll have that discussion with you later. And I'll tell you guys about the fucking old badass whore from Seattle that turned to stone just to be a bitch after
Yeah.
she died. It's
She was
a
a
really
badass.
fucking awesome story, but we don't have time for that right now.
We've got another story.
Yeah.
But you know what else we have?
What?
That we haven't done in a while?
What?
And we've got requests about
What?
a review song.
Oh. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Who gets a?
Today
Mm-hmm.
is Cindy M13.
Cindy M13. Now we've had a couple reviews where they like requested a type of music.
I don't think this is requested.
Okay, great. So we just have to feel it in our bones.
Yeah. How does Cindy
Okay.
feel to you?
Oh, Cindy. Cindy
Cindy M13. Sandy M13. Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks for your review, Cindy M13.
Cindy, we love you. Thank you so much. That was I was worried because we're a little out of practice.
Yeah.
But we really
we brought it back.
Nailed it.
Up top.
High five.
If you would like to leave a review, you can do so on iTunes.
Yes, we would also,
That would be great.
Yeah, here's the plug that we're going to give you, and then we're going to get right into this movie. If you could subscribe, like rate, review, and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, that would be cool for us.
It would be cool.
Yeah, because we want to just keep bringing you eps and
or wherever you listen to podcasts, but
wherever you listen to podcasts. But yeah,
the
definitely
reviews show up on there.
Yeah, and
on
also
the
for
iTunes.
the algorithms.
Yes,
Sir Algorithm, if you will.
You can see yourself up.
I will. Goodbye.
So yeah,
all right, cool. We did it. Oh, you can follow us on stuff as well at kksampodcast on Instagram, Twitter. And I guess if you want to email us, you can.
you totally can.
Yeah, kksampodcast@gmail.com. I just want to get that, out of the way because we got in trouble for not including it in every episode.
Keep forgetting.
I know. So that's our shit. Do you have anything else to share? Because I have a movie to tell you about.
I don't know if I have anything new besides that we went to Seattle and we talked about it.
Yeah, great.
So that's it.
Cool.
I haven't seen my boy since the last time we talked because he lives far away.
Right, and we were in Seattle.
Yeah.
But he's cute.
He lives in this country and this state,
which is weird for you.
Is pretty good for me, I would say, but he does live quite far away from the city.
Sure. But I liked how in
challenging.
contact you guys were in Seattle.
Okay.
It was cute. It was cute. Goodbye. Do you want to hear about this?
I do. And I already know what it is because Ketryn and I try to keep secrets on what we're doing.
Yeah.
Usually.
I thought, I was like, is she deaf in one ear? Like, is that
life? There's many dumb things, but this is too much going on. But Eric makes us do a little room tone with the name of the movie at the beginning.
Right.
And he forced it upon us. We really don't want to do it, but he's like, you have to. So now we've succumbed to whispering it into the microphone. But I usually don't have headphones on, but now I do. So I was panicked. I was ready to start. I had a shot in my hand. I had a shot of whiskey in my hand. She was going to whisper. I had to throw that. I had to throw the I can't talk. Headphones off.
Right.
And then I'm still holding my whiskey.
Yep.
So I closed my eyes.
Yep.
And covered one ear. Then I just heard what you said through the other ear.
And I literally was looking at her thinking to myself, maybe the 20 years Kim and I have been friends, I never knew she was deaf in her right ear because she just has it wide open to the sound waves coming out of my mouth.
Panicked, but my eyes were closed, and somehow I thought that would help me not hear what you said, but it didn't.
Well,
that's not how sound works.
I guess the surprise is ruined for Kim, but not for you bitches. Oh no, it's ruined
You've
for
already
you too.
Seen it. They always know. It's only surprising for us.
Know.
This is literally just a surprise for us every time.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I'm doing Killer
Now we all
Klowns
know.
from Outer Space.
Yay! I know nothing about it. Let's hear it.
I just was so mad about the last time you attacked me with a clown that I'm like, I'm gonna attack her with several clowns from outer fucking space.
You did get in a real fight with Pennywise. You and Pennywise are not friends.
Mad.
And it has nothing to do with him killing children or anything else.
It has to do with his mythology or lack thereof.
Oh boy.
These clowns are also short on mythology. But they're on my team, so
great.
We're coming at you from
ready.
space. Okay, are we ready? Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
What year was this made?
1988.
Okay.
And so in the trailer that I watched for like just 1 second, you know how like IMDb like shows you like the trailers? Mm-hmm. There was like an upside down shot of a dude because he was like laying down looking at the stars. And I swear to Christ, I thought it was the dude who played Rex Manning in Empire Records. And I was so fucking stoked.
Say no more, Monemore?
Yes. I thought it was Rex Manning Day.
Rex Manning Day.
But then as the movie started, I was like, that's not Rex Manning.
What a bummer.
I know. So let's pretend it's Rex Manning.
I mean, it is in my brain for the rest of the time.
It's Rex
and
Manning.
He's wearing a velour purple suit.
Yeah, for sure. Totally. Just picture that for the entirety of the story I'm about to tell you. Okay. Dead or alive. You only have 6 of them because I love you.
Thank you.
All right. Rich Terenzi.
Alive.
Paul Terenzi.
Alive.
Officer Mooney.
Alive.
Deb.
Alive.
Mike, otherwise known as Rex Manning.
Dead.
Dave.
Dead.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Kim, this is it's a movie.
I like movies.
But barely.
Great.
No, it's hard to make movies. They did their best, ? I think. Okay. So there is a song made specially for the movie.
Ooh.
Depending on your score, if you get better than open house score,
Yes.
there will be a special surprise for you at the end.
Oh my God. So much pressure now.
Yeah. Okay.
I always want to stay alive, but now I really want to stay alive.
It's a very special surprise. So we open on a cop at a coffee shop / donut shop.
Right.
Because that's where cops go,
Of course. Especially in the 80s.
Yeah. And there is a blonde dude with glasses with a bunch of grocery bags that don't have handles. Those seem hard to carry. Like bags that don't have handles on them. How did people do it? Anyway. And
yeah, don't you remember those? Did you
They
ever have to carry grocery bags as a kid?
They all had handles.
What did you have? Maids or something to carry your grocery bags?
Yeah, my maids
At
were
your
the
home?
handles. Just kidding. No, they had handles. They had fucking handles.
No, they didn't. Not when we were little.
Really?
100%.
That fucking sucks. Like, who's the genius
Handles
who was
were
like, what
new.
if we just put these fucking handles on this shit?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. All right. So, well, this blonde glasses gentleman, he's on the younger side. I would say like maybe college age would be reasonable. And he's carrying some grocery bags and he's just crossing the fucking street, minding his own goddamn business. Mm-hmm. And this Officer Mooney type just looks at him and goes, son of a bitch. And I'm like, he has the right of way. And then the blonde glasses dude just goes, cops. And I'm like, okay, so we have a rivalry happening right off the bat.
What's happening?
They don't appear to know each other. They just appear to be pissed at who the other one represents,
okay.
if you will.
All right.
Okay. So now we learn that this cop is Officer Mooney, and he's checking in with the station in his car, you know, like radioing into the station. And he's like, Friday night is just starting. We'll check in later. But he just already seems like mad about
dude, calm
his
down.
job. Like, I'm just like, maybe everyone's going to be nice. Like, maybe there won't be any crime.
This
and
is
you
just
can
like a
eat
kid carrying
coffee and
groceries?
donuts. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? So, cut to make out points.
Yeah.
And we got a bunch of teenagers who are just fucking making out to some elevator jazz music. It was not sexy music.
Okay.
It was like generic elevator jazz music. But I was like,
that was free for them.
Maybe that's what, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we're thinking. So then all of a sudden, up to Makeout Point comes a clown car, like an ice cream truck with a big clown head on the top of it. And the dudes inside are trying to sell some ice cream. But they're also doing like some ice cream shtick. if you will.
Okay.
We learn that it's two brothers, the Terenzi brothers, Rich and Paul. And they're like, a tasty treat while you screw. Like they're just, and everyone's like, get out of here. We don't want no ice cream. And they start throwing beer cans at them. And they're just like, get out of here. I'm trying to make out with this chick, you know, and they're like, ha ha ha, we're so funny. So the ice cream guys decide to park there. And now two voluptuous women come out. And the only reason I'm describing their body type is because in the 1980s, I guess it was okay to fucking body shame people and make the joke just about them being voluptuous women.
Great.
It was a bummer. So they come out and they're both eating popsicles in a very phallic way.
Right.
And they come out and they're like, you said we could have all the ice cream we want. You didn't say anything about parking. And then one of them accidentally looks at the camera.
No.
No. And I was also like, costume person, please don't make one of them eat a red popsicle. That stains their teeth. You're an asshole. So now we have these...
That's actually a different department, but sure.
Whatever department.
That's going to be props, I think.
Whatever department tells you to eat not a red popsicle, you failed. So they come out and the two ice cream brothers are like, keep your shirt on. And the girls are like, oh, we intend to. And I was like, ooh, salty. So now we cut to a couple that's making out in one of the cars on a raft in the back of his trunk.
What?
And I was about to like throw some shade, but then I remembered how I used to drive that Ford Windstar and I took all the seats out and put some glow in the dark stars
on top. Yeah, you did.
So I immediately felt like I didn't have a ton of shade to throw towards the dude with a raft in the back.
Is it I'm confused about, so it's like it's as big as like the back of your Ford Windstar.
So it's like, I mean, that's kind of
thing?
It was like a blow up. It looked like a blow up life raft where it's like yellow and it's like a boat kind of looking thing.
Yeah.
And like he was just trying to get comfortable with his girl.
But it's in like the back of like a flatbed truck.
Kind of like a
what are we talking?
Those old, you remember those? It kind of looked like those old cars where like you could sit backwards if you sat in the trunk of like
I
an
can
old
only
Subaru,
think of a station wagon.
like a station wagon kind of, and it looked like he had taken some fucking seats out, like Ketryn college style.
Okay.
So I'm like, why? Like, I really need to like dive into like why I'm passing judgment on people that did things exactly the way that I did.
Talk about that in therapy.
I do. I need to talk about
your judgmental attitude.
Yeah, because I think he was just trying to make his girl comfortable. So they're in the back of said truck on said raft, and Deb, the blonde chick, is like, who are these guys? And Rex Manning, not Rex Manning, is like, those are my best friends from school, Rich and Paul. They're real crack ups. So like, this is what they do. They just like make jokes, rent ice cream trucks to make a
I love
joke.
it.
Yeah.
Amen.
So they're talking, they're making out on the raft, and then meteor.
Whoa.
And they're like, what was that? Cut to someone else who saw the meteor.
Oh, no.
A farmer with a basset hound named Pooh.
Pooh.
Now, let me describe this character to you.
Please.
Have you been on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland or World?
I have one time.
Picture the part where you're going through the bayou part. You haven't gotten to the pirates yet. And there's like a house on the bayou. And there's like kind of just an animatronic farmer that is not a real life human. He's just indicating as a machine that he's a farmer and kind of like an old cartoon prospector mixed together.
Okay. A little prospector, right?
This is who this gentleman is.
Great.
And I wrote, looks like animatronic character on Disney ride / prospector cartoon. Okay.
Great description.
Yes. And he talks like that as well. Now we cut back to Rex Manning, not Rex Manning, and Deb. And she's like, I want to go find the meteor site. And he's like, why? Because he's like, he wants to fucking make
Trying
out
to
in his raft.
bone.
Yeah. And she's like, I want to go see a meteor. So they decide to go. Cut back to our animatronic cartoon farmer prospector. And he's walking through the woods with a lantern.
Nice.
Now listen, you and I love lanterns.
We love a lantern.
But also, there's electricity.
Great.
So why do you not have a flashlight? He's walking through the woods with his dog. And he comes upon a circus tent.
Oh, shit.
In the midst of the woods. Okay?
Okay.
At the site where you are to believe a meteor hit the ground.
Okay.
Kimberly Erin Marie Burns.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do? And what does Prospector Cartoon Farmer do?
It's like on my land.
You had to actually walk into the woods. Maybe you still
I was
technically
like
own it,
probably
but
investigating the meteor.
Yes. Yes. Like you specifically went to be like, let's go see what that meteor is,
Right.
Pooh.
Pooh. I don't trust clowns or circus things.
Mm-hmm. This is true
It's
about you.
Been built into me since childhood. And so therefore, I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to investigate on my own, though.
Okay.
I'm going to go back home with my I'm going to lantern walk back home with Pooh.
Home.
Just me and Pooh.
Yep.
And maybe I'm going to, it doesn't seem like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not like, I don't know. That doesn't seem, I don't know. It's confusing, but I'm maybe going to call around, be like, was there a circus in town? Why? Like, why? It's in the woods. It's a weird place. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's like call the cops. That's like, seems a bit much, but like, it's
Girl,
more
you
like.
just got a half point turned into a full point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You real did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I'm just going to say that Pooh and Prospector investigate further of the tent.
Okay. I'm going to give you. That is 1 3/4 points.
Wow.
Here's.
We're getting real detailed in our point giving.
Yeah,
these
I'll
days.
tell you what. Well, because he does go and investigate sooner, but there's a specific reason that he is investigating.
Oh, do tell.
He really likes circuses.
He does.
And he's like,
He's
where's
excited.
the ticket booth?
Let me in.
I want to go to this nighttime mystery circus in my woods. That makes total sense to me, and I'm here for the show.
Who doesn't?
Where
love a
do I
circus?
get my tickets? So he has no suspicion at all whatsoever. That's why you lost that quarter point, because he's like, I'm investigating because I'm here for the show. So
Yeah. He's more just like, let me in.
yeah. So he's walking around and where's the dang ticket booth? No one's around. How are we supposed to get in and see the show? What in tarnation? I am not exaggerating or doing a bad impression of this gentleman. So as he's walking around the circular tent, we see a shadow of a clown spelled with a K on the tent inside. He doesn't see it, but we do. All of a sudden, he walks a little past the shadow because he's kind of looking around, like circling the tent, and the shadow appears kind of behind him where he's already looked. And then a hole appears in the tent. A cartoon hole appears in the tent, and a net comes out and steals the dog.
A nut?
A net.
A net. Okay, great.
Not someone named Annette. Yes, Annette Funicello jumps
No,
out of
I
the
thought
hole.
you said nut, as in
Oh.
a pistachio came out and stole the dog.
No. Like a butterfly net, but a dog net instead.
A nut, a soccer goal.
Yeah,
Got
a soccer goal comes out. And our prospector turns around. Where's Pooh? All that's left
Pooh.
is his bandana.
Pooh.
Now,
Not Pooh.
I'm choosing to believe that he's just a pet for someone else.
Yeah.
I don't condone stealing pets.
He just went to a farm upstate.
He just went. My parents told me that my dog went to a farm upstate. I still ask him, I'm like, did Maui go to an actual farm upstate? And they still maintain that he did.
Did they use that actual line?
Yes, but he actually went to a farm upstate. And like 2 years ago, I was like, you realize that is what people tell people when they put their dog down. And they were like, we have pictures because we made the woman send us pictures of Maui at his farm upstate.
Why did they send Maui to a farm upstate?
Because he kept escaping from our yard and almost got hit by a car 3 times. And they were like, he just wants to run. So they sent him to a farm upstate that didn't have any fences and he could just chase animals. Ask Peg and Skip, they told me.
Okay.
Moving on. So Pooh went to a clown farm upstate.
He kept escaping and almost getting hit by cars.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he went to a farm upstate.
Yes. Fuck you. God. Ask Peg and Skip. I'm going to call them.
I will.
All right. So at this point, Prospector is very upset that someone stole his dog.
Pooh, obviously.
He's an old man. Okay.
Yes.
And we see this shot. I'm going to try and describe it to you. We see a shot of an old man hand punching at the tent.
Right.
We then see another hand grab it and go, ow. And then back to the Prospector farmer going, oh, my hand.
Right.
Now I had to rewind it because I said, did someone else grab his hand and squeeze it too hard in mid punch? What am I watching? No. He's just so old that even the act of punching hurt his wrist and he grabbed his own wrist to say, ow, that hurt. Despite his punch not coming in contact with anything solid.
Okay.
That's all I can tell you, Burns. I rewound it. I'm as unclear as you are, but that's what happened. Perhaps some arthritis, some osteoporosis. I don't know. So now he's even more mad. And he says, what in tarnation's going on here? Where's my Pooh Bear? I'll tear this thing apart with my bare hands.
Well, probably not, but.
Probably. I mean, you can't even punch
with
into
your
the
arthritis.
air. Yeah. So then he grabs one of the ropes, that the tent is hooked up to, and he gets electrocuted.
Oh, shit.
He then is shot back onto the ground, and there's a lot of sleepaway camp hand wringing.
Yeah, there is.
Just a lot of owies.
I'm picturing a lot of sleepaway camp up in this piece.
Yeah. Just shaking my hands from all that electrocution that just happened to me. Now, a clown appears. But do you remember that show Dinosaurs from the early 1990s?
I do.
These clowns look like kind of like if the dinosaurs painted clown makeup on their face. That's sort of the look that we're going for. Like it's that sort of like animatronic, not animatronic, kind of rubbery type of face where there's some expressions that happen, but not really. Is this a machine or are there people inside? We can't really tell.
Okay.
The clown points a toy clown gun. Mm-hmm. Any weapon that I refer to, it's clown.
Right. I feel like I've seen pictures of this.
Pointing a clown gun at Prospector. And all we see is just 1980s light and Prospector farmer in distress. And then we just hear a lot of screaming. Okay. But we don't really know what happened.
I'm with you.
So now we're back at the police station. Officer Mooney does not like anyone under the age of 60, from what I can ascertain.
Okay.
He picks up 2 college kids for nothing and brings them into the station. And there's a young cop there. And he's like, what are you bringing these kids in for? And they're like, we weren't doing nothing. We were just walking around. And he's like, well, why can't you? The young cop very calmly asks, well, why can't you drink on campus? And he's like, we live here too. We're not like, we're allowed to walk around town. And Officer Mooney is like, you're hooligans. You book them. And the young cop is like, you can't just book people for being alive. If you're going to book them, you have to do it according to procedure. And Officer Mooney is like, not on my watch. And he throws them in a holding cell anyway.
What?
He does not do things according to procedure. Like, he needs to retire.
Yeah.
He seems very mad at everyone. And I just don't think it's safe for the community, which will be confirmed later.
Great.
So now we're back with the Makey Outers with Rex Manning, not Rex Manning, and Blonde Deb. They pull up to a farm fence, which we are to believe is the fence surrounding the Prospector Farmers property around where the meteor landed. And they pull up and they're like, guess we can't go any further with our car. We have to go on foot because there's a fence. Now, Rex Manning, not Rex Manning, hops up onto the hood of the car and does a really problematic Native American impression where, he's just talking about, like, using that sort of very stereotypical Native American speak. And Blonde Deb just thinks it's so funny. And he starts, talking about many, many, many moons. And she's like, enough with the moons. Lead the way, Chief Running at the Mouth. It was the 80s. So they now come upon the tent as well.
Great.
And they say, well, that wasn't a shooting star. That was a circus tent. Now pause. I need there to be more suspicion about the fact that something you thought was a shooting star is now a fully erected circus tent.
Right.
I either need you to assess your understanding of physics and the world, or for you to be more alarmed that your understanding of physics and the world clearly does not apply anymore.
Right.
Neither of these things happen.
Right.
Happens a little bit from Blonde Deb, but fucking not Rex Manning is just like, cool. All right.
They really love the circus.
They fucking love the circus.
I mean, it's the 80s.
God.
The 80s, you love a circus.
You do love a circus. The 80s were a circus. I mean, who are we kidding? So she doesn't want to look. He does. She doesn't want to be left alone in the dark, abandoned woods next to a mystery circus.
Makes sense.
And he is a man, Kim, in the 80s. So he has more rights than she does.
Right.
Right? So he says, I can either leave you here by yourself or you can come with me.
Great.
Which would make you more scared. And I'm like, there's a third option where you respect someone's fear and you compromise and don't go into a scary mystery tent. But she's a woman in the 80s,
right.
So has less rights and says, well, I guess I'd be more scared if you left me here alone. So I'll do the thing that makes me uncomfortable because you're the man. So they go inside.
Great.
It's a fun house. It looks like a Beetlejuice set. I mean, it looks really fun in there.
Fun.
But again, I need to know
outer
why.
space.
Yeah, I need to know why my fun house
shooting
circus
star.
tent is somewhere. I need explanations of why it's there. And he says it's the new wave European circus fantastique. I'm like, okay.
What?
So then he starts going like, over here we have the lizard man, like where they have like
right.
people, whatever. Then he refers to a very strange exhibition to which I say, what circuses have you been to, sir? Because he says, and here over on our right, we have Belinda the Bulimic Wonder. Watch her binge and purge before your very eyes.
What? What's happening?
What circus does he go to?
What's happening?
Why is that a show at the circus?
I don't understand. I'm concerned.
Yeah, so they all laugh at Bulimic
Bulimia?
Belinda. It's very upsetting.
That's hilarious.
So
Cool.
they say, let's just go to the end where the doors are, because Blonde Deb is still like, I'm not nuts about this. And he's like, let's just go to the end of this hallway where the doors are. So he goes to these clown doors, and there's 3 red buttons that make clown noises when he pushes them. Also, don't push the red buttons. And all of a sudden, it sucks them into a giant space room. And they look up, and it's like this giant room that's probably like, 50 stories deep, and it's like a round room. So it's like they've come out into it. If they were to step forward, they would fall. And if they look up, it's really tall. It's like in a clylindrical kind of clown room. Okay. Do you see that a little bit? Painted in clown colors. We just got in by pushing a bunch of buttons that went honk, honk. Okay. She says, this is no fun house. And he says, it's no circus either. Kim.
Yes.
What is one ridiculous, totally improbable thing that he suggests it might be? You only have to get one. You can name as many as you want.
Okay.
One ridiculous fucking thing.
I mean, I was thinking like alien spaceship or they're like, it's not a circus.
He's like, this isn't a circus. And she's like, this is no fun house either. Painted in bright neon colors. All of the lights are neon.
Because it's a love shack.
Okay, I'll give you two more guesses of just the most ridiculous thing.
It's a... I feel like you're tricking me with most ridiculous. I'm like, but ridiculous in what way? What do you mean?
That it couldn't possibly be this.
It's someone's home.
That's a good one.
And it is we're underground.
Okay. Okay. 0 points.
Great.
He says, so she's clearly the smart one. He says, what is it? A nuclear power plant? She says,
great
no.
guess.
And he says, a missile silo? No. A military base.
Wow.
No. And that's her literally, he's naming these things off and she's going, it's clear. No, it's clearly not that. Military bases don't paint in clown colors and have buttons that go honk, honk. That's not a military base. What circus and what military bases have you been to? Because you don't seem to understand them. So she pulls him back out of the door. So they're no longer standing in the 50-foot, silo room, and tells him, it's the shooting star. We now hear someone coming towards them back the way they came. So they're like a little bit trapped, but then they see another door to the left of them and they duck into this other door. This room is a big giant warehouse of these big pink balls of, they almost look like giant rabbit's feet, hot pink rabbit's feet. But then as we get closer, they look like fuzzy light bulbs. Like this is the shape that we're kind of looking at. And they're just hanging around in this warehouse, in this clown warehouse. Then we learn that it's cotton candy.
Oh.
And Blonde Deb says, what the fuck? I mean, she doesn't say what the fuck, but that's what we can ascertain from her reaction. He tells her to calm down.
Oh, of course.
Fuck this fucking guy. And he's like, it's cotton candy. And she's like, dude, no one stores cotton candy like this. And I'm like, this bitch is on it. This bitch is not here for his nonsense. This bitch is like, what planet are you from? Because nobody stores giant, like, weird balls of cotton candy in a clown warehouse. Mm-hmm. He then says, of course it is. Look. And he rips some of the cotton candy off, and it's a body inside. We just see like a sugared, slimy like face that he pulled some cotton candy off. Whoa. And they're like, this ain't no cotton candy. Now here comes a clown through the door. Big, giant, animatronic dinosaur clown with more cotton candy light bulbs to hang up. He doesn't see them because they ducked behind one. Then he goes over to some other machine and pulls some popcorn levers. It's just some clown levers. There's some popcorn there. And they just watch because they're clowns. Popcorn, levers, cotton candy, clowns. Got it? All spelled with a K.
Circus. Yes.
Anytime you hear a K sound, I need you to remember it's spelled with a K, not a C.
My name.
Yeah.
Got it.
So they watch. Then they pull another bit of cotton candy off one of the bulbs, and they see that it's a friend of theirs.
No.
This makes them drop something. The clown hears them. They run. He goes after them with a big clown gun, and he shoots popcorn at them.
Okay.
It sticks all to their clothes, but they escape nonetheless. And they get out of the military circus. And she says, popcorn? Why popcorn? And he says, because they're clowns.
No.
Spelled with a K. They run. 2 clowns come out after them.
Okay.
So now they're running through the woods, but they've lost the clowns. The clowns don't know which direction they went. So one of them has an idea. He makes a balloon animal, a dog specifically.
Pooh?
And he has that balloon animal dog follow their scent.
Wow.
So the clowns are running with the balloon animal dog, and Blonde Deb and Not Rex Manning are running through the woods, and then they get back into their car, and the clowns are there, and they run one of them over. Another one hops up on the windshield and is thrown off. They're dead.
Oh, no.
They drive away. Phew, we got away. Back to the clowns laying on the ground. They're not dead. Kim.
Wait. The clowns we thought were dead? I thought Rex Manning and Deb were dead.
No. They got in their car and they like ran over a clown. And then another clown like jumped on the windshield and they like turned and threw the clown off. So the clowns are now like, whoa, dead. And they're like, phew, we got away.
Got it.
But then we see that the clowns were not dead. And they do a little Michael Myers sit up in the middle of the road. So they're driving away. Blonde Deb and Not Rex Manning. Where do you decide to go? And where do they decide to go?
Oh, I'm going to go to, okay. I mean, I'm going to go to the police station.
Okay.
I'm assuming I don't know Officer Mooney is there, that he sucks at life, but I'm going to get help.
Okay.
And they are going to do that too. Oh, yay.
Correctamundo. So Blonde Deb says, we got to go to the police. And Not Rex Manning says, they won't believe us. And she says, don't worry. I have a friend who works there.
Okay.
Cut back to the clowns. We see the clowns start walking, and we see that they're walking past a sign that says 5 miles to town.
Just town?
Crescent.
Okay.
Crescent.
Like
Crescent something.
like, does the sign literally say 5 miles to town?
Honestly, based on the rest of this movie, that would not have been surprising to me.
Me neither, which is why I was like, really?
I kind of wish it had. I kind of wish it had just said
Town.
5 miles to town. Okay. So now there are like a bunch of clowns. There's like 6 of them that we can see, all walking through the creepy, foggy woods.
Are they all
town.
different, like shapes and sizes?
All
a
different
little?
shapes and sizes.
Were they at I Like Scary Movies experience? Remember the clown room where you lay in a coffin underneath them?
Those were one of those was inspired by the other, but not it wasn't exactly these clowns. These were the characters from the show Dinosaurs in the 1990s with clown makeup painted on. They repurposed those things and turned them into clowns. Okay? Picture it. So,
I'm trying.
So, clowns walking into town. Now our kids pull up to the police station, Not Rex Manning and Blonde Deb. And we learn that Blonde Deb's friend is Young Cop. The one that was like, Mooney, come on, you old fart. Procedure, please. And Mooney said, no. So she tells him everything.
Great.
She's like, clowns, circus tent, cotton candy.
Missile launcher. Cotton candy. Military
bodies,
base.
Magic popcorn. Silo. And she's like, shh, it's not a military base. And he's like, it might be. No, it's not. So then they're trying to describe what the bodies are in. And they just keep saying like the same words that he's not understanding. So that it's just both of them going, cotton candy cocoons. 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 Cotton candy cocoons. Just over and over again. And he's like, those words put together in the way that you're putting them together don't make sense to me. So cut to one of the clowns comes upon a drugstore, like a pharmacy. Walgreens, if you will. And he sees some people coming towards him and he, doesn't want to give himself away right away. And there's like an animatronic ape with like a clown hat on that's outside of the pharmacy door that's just like, come on in. Come on in. So he's like, I have a space clown idea. I'm going to pretend to be this ape's
friend. Right.
So
Smart.
So now he's an animatronic clown saying, come on in. Two girls come up to the drugstore and they're like, cool clown, cool ape. I got to buy some tampons. Yep. That's what they were there to buy. Cut back to the police station. Our kids are still trying to tell them everything. Officer Mooney is listening.
Oh, geez.
He obviously doesn't believe them.
Mooney.
This is a prank. These darn kids in this town shaking my fist. And young cop is like, dude, they're saying people are dead though. Like, I get that this is cray and like we don't know why, but like also if people are dead, like we have to acknowledge that. Mooney's like, not me. And he says, I was just over that way. Who you gonna believe? Me or this tramp? And I'm like,
what? Mooney.
I'm like, she's wearing a
Get
sweater,
the fuck
sir.
out of here, dude.
Like she, is not dressed like a stereotypical quote unquote tramp.
Right.
B, even if she was, fuck you.
Fuck you.
C, I don't think you can just like call people tramps, officer. Like your job is to protect.
Yeah. You're fired, Mooney.
He's very fired. I feel like there's something like a tenure for police officers though, where like it's not easy to fire a police officer. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a lot of the problems. I'm not going to get into it. Goodbye. Okay. So Mooney then recognizes not Rex Manning as a friend of our ice cream guys from the beginning. Those pranksters, the Terenzi brothers. And thinks, this is all a prank. He's friends with those kids that are always foiling my day. And the young cop is like, all right, I'll come check it out with you. And Mooney yells after them, you're not going to make a dummy out of me. Remember that.
Okay.
So they get into the young cop's car. Cut to a random teenager who comes upon a gazebo. He's just strolling through town with his hands in his pockets, and he comes upon a gazebo that has a puppet show set up in it. He watches the puppet show.
Okay.
One of the puppets pulls out a clown gun and shoots the other puppet. The other puppet disappears in some 80s special effects graphics. Just disappears.
Just special effecting out of there?
Just special effecting out of there. And our kid in the gazebo, our gazebo kid just laughs. And I'm like, no. That would warrant a response bigger than a laugh from you. That motherfucking puppet just vanished. This is either the fucking best magician you've ever seen or something is awry in the world. He doesn't see it that way. He just laughs. Now the puppet with the clown gun turns the gun on gazebo kid. Well, this makes him stop laughing a little bit. Then all of a sudden, a giant clown stands up. He's the one manning the puppet, and he shoots Gazebo Kid and turns him into cotton candy light bulb cocoon. Spelled with all K's.
Uh-oh. That's a specific amount of K's.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, right.
I think it's 3 of them.
Oops. So now we're back at the drugstore. And we see, again, if you could get your phone out, that there is no exaggeration in what I am doing. Okay? Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Oh, excuse me? Oh. That was the pharmacist just watching 2 giant animatronic clowns destroy his drugstore. And he literally says, excuse, over and over again and does nothing.
I mean, that sounds like me at a restaurant, so it's not like unheard of in my life.
Sure. But so the 2 clowns are just ruining shelves. They're just throwing shit off of shelves. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish or what space clowns need at a drugstore. Maybe they don't know what they need either. I'm not sure.
They're just searching.
But we do see that the
Who
2
are they?
girls that went in for tampons are cotton candy cocooned.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Now we cut back to Cop Car. And we learn that young cop is Blonde Deb's ex.
Okay.
So not Rex Manning is in the back of the car going, oh, for Pete's sake, you didn't say he was your ex-boyfriend.
Oh, my God. Not Rex Manning.
Yeah.
Can you just stop?
Honestly, young cop is not much better. Kim, please remember, women have no rights. It is the 80s. She's lucky to be surrounded by 2 men who can take care of her because Lord knows she can't do it herself.
Of course.
So they're having some sort of argument and young cop is like, first I'm taking you home before we go investigate this military tent circus. And she's like, you're not my boyfriend anymore. And he says, that doesn't change how I feel about you. And not Rex Manning is in the back like, oh, for Pete's sake. And he says, young cop says, you have a choice. You can go home or I can lock you up at the station.
What?
Can you,
I'm sorry, sir. No.
Can we just throw people in cells that annoy us? Because if that's the thing, I'd like to get in on this.
I've got some cells for some people.
I have some annoyances that warrant arrest. Apparently that's what you can do in this town because Mooney's locking up kids for being in college.
Lock them up.
Lock them up. So now we're back at, no, not back. We are now at a house. And we see that there is a clown delivering a pizza to someone.
Wait, whose house are we at?
A house.
Just a house.
Yeah. Because they're kind of just roaming around the neighborhood now.
Right.
Because
they're out and about.
5 miles into town. They made it the 5 miles.
They're in town.
And a blonde lady in a sheer lace teddy with no bra answers the door with a glass of wine.
Wow.
Kim,
yes.
We're like 20 minutes into this movie and we haven't seen a single female nipple.
Right.
So they had
How dare they?
They had to
It's the 80s.
They had to shoehorn it in somewhere.
Give me some goddamn tits.
Yeah. So here are your tits.
For no reason. Tits.
No reason. Now it's 3 clowns. So we have a clown holding a pizza. And then we have 2 clowns who peek their head into the door frame. And then we have a 4th clown who comes up from the pizza box. And she's like, what in the what? Candied.
Oh.
Now we have another clown who comes up to another door. And he delivers a box of chocolates to someone. And this someone turns to her husband and says, are these from you? Candy! Now we're back with young cop. And he drops off blonde Deb. Deb says, can I talk to Not Rex Manning for a moment? And he's like, I suppose. So Not Rex Manning walks her up to her door. And she's like, be careful. And then she kisses him and young cop is jealous. And then she says, I'm going to go inside, but then I'm going to follow you after you leave. Back at the drugstore. They're just making a mess. the pharmacist is doing the exact same thing. Excuse this is, I mean, based on the time of this movie, he's been just doing that for about 25 minutes for sure. Just unable to move.
You're just doing the exact voice that you used to make fun of me for like one time when we were in Vegas, I think.
It was Vegas. We were so tired and so hungover. All Kim wanted was the waitress.
It was the next morning at a restaurant. What did I want? Probably like
Just
chocolate
water,
milk or something.
Chocolate milk, probably. And the waitress just kept passing our table. And Kim just wasn't on her voice that day, or her life, or her anything. And so she couldn't even complete the word "excuse me," or like say, if you want someone's attention, you go "excuse me," and may I have your help? She couldn't do it. Couldn't form a sentence. All we got was "excuse," and it just trailed off as she walked away, not acknowledging her. That was a long time ago, and I still make fun of her as if it happened constantly. Yesterday morning.
Like anytime I try to get someone's attention at a restaurant, I feel uncomfortable if I'm with Ketryn.
You should. That's what this guy is doing. He just so he just doesn't know what to do. Now we're back with boyfriend and young cop, and they have driven in the cop car to the place where the big tent was. The tent is gone.
No.
It's just a big hole.
What?
So now they're fighting in the woods. Like, I swear it was there. And he's like, this was a prank. You stole my girlfriend. No, I didn't. Handcuffed.
What? Oh, God.
You can't.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I should become a cop.
Yeah.
I can just reprimand
handcuff everybody.
Jail cell and handcuff anyone that bothers me. So he gets back into he puts handcuffed, not Rex Manning, back into his cop car in the back now. Cut to an alleyway outside of a bar with a biker gang. And this is a real stereotypical biker gang.
Right.
Like if a children's cartoon were to draw and write a scene where a biker gang was in it, that's sort of the dialogue and acting style that we're looking at, okay?
I've got it.
Now a clown rides up on a tricycle.
Oh.
Because that's kind of
trying to join the gang.
Yeah, it's the kind of bikes clowns ride. Clowns don't talk, remember. Or these clowns don't talk. So all the bikers start laughing, and they go up to taunt him. And one asks, "Can I take a ride on your bike?" Again, not exaggerating the acting style. And the biker beeps the clown's horn. And the clown says, "No, you can't ride it." Oh, and so he says, shakes his head, "No, you can't ride it." And then he says, "Can I beep the horn?" And the clown nods his head, says, "Yes, you can beep the horn." But instead of beeping the horn, this motherfucker just picks up this fucking tricycle. He does not know that these are alien killer clowns. He just knows this is somebody who rode up on a tricycle trying to make biker friends. He picks it up and he just smashes it on the ground.
Rude.
And they all laugh.
Bullies.
The clown starts crying. And then he just jumps up into the air and disappears. Okay. And all the bikers are like, "What?" Now he jumps back down. He's back. But this time he's got boxing gloves on.
Okay.
And he's giving us the look that says, if I could talk, I'd be saying, "Put up your dukes." Okay. And the biker says to him, "What are you going to do? Knock my block off?" Yes, he is going to knock your block off. He's going to punch your head right off. Decapitated.
Whoa.
All the bikers run away because they're like, "This isn't what I signed up for. I got to skedaddle out of here."
Decapitated.
So now we're at a Big Top Burger joint.
Big
diner.
Top Burger.
It's called
joint.
Big Top Burger Joint. And there's some people sitting around a big table. And there's a little blonde girl, 5 to 10 years old, looking sad over her burger. She looks out the window and she sees a clown standing outside. And she starts playing peekaboo with the clown. We see that the clown has a big clown hammer behind his back. Uh-oh. She starts walking outside towards the clown because the clown is giving giving her one of these come here fingers, because I'm a fun candy clown. So he's luring her out. As she's about to walk out the door, the mom pulls her back and says, "Get back in here and finish your food." No mention of the clown luring her out. No, I should get a manager, tell this person that a strange man in a clown costume is luring children out of this establishment.
It's the 80s.
It's the 80s. It was, she was just concerned about making sure she
gotta
finished her
finish
food.
dinner. Always gotta finish dinner.
Oh, he's got it. So now we're back with young cop and Boyf. They pull up to Makeout Point, and all of the cars are abandoned.
Uh-oh.
He starts shining his flashlight into the cars, comes upon an abandoned Jeep covered in cotton candy webs.
Oh, no.
He opens the door, full of cotton candy. He pulls out a pair of glasses from the cotton candy. Young cop goes back to the car, and he uncuffs Not Rex Manning, because he's like, this is the cotton candy they were talking about. And Not Rex Manning says, "That's the stuff I was telling you about, the cotton candy. And those are my friend's glasses." So now young cop is like, this is real. Cut back to Mooney at the station. He gets a call about clowns terrorizing someone. He hangs up and pours a shot.
Okay.
Little pricks pranking me.
Oh, my goodness.
I should shoot them all.
Oh, my goodness.
Mooney, it is retirement time.
Mooney.
Hang up your badge.
Let
go
it
fishing.
go.
Please read a book.
Take a nap.
Take a nap, sir.
Mooney, it's nap time.
Yes. Then he gets another call. It's the pharmacist calling. The pharmacist finally says, "Excuse me, officer. There's a clown terrorizing my store. Oh, dear." Hangs up. Another call. "What? They took your wife away in a balloon? You don't need my help, Sonny. You need a psychiatrist."
Oh, my goodness. Mooney, take a nap.
Hangs up. He thinks the Terenzi brothers have gotten the whole town in on this.
Right. The
Okay?
whole town.
He says, "Terenzi brothers got the whole town in on this. Hell with them all. Want to play games? You're messing with the wrong guy." That was me crossing my arms in solidarity with myself.
Right.
So now we're on the road, and the clowns are just terrorizing everybody. We don't even know who they're terrorizing. We haven't been introduced to the people they're terrorizing. There's just a guy driving down a dark road, and there is a clown on a clown motorcycle driving next to him, trying to drive him off the road. Except he's not on a motorcycle. He's just got a handlebar with headlights, and he's not sitting on anything.
What?
And the guy in the car is just like, "This can't be happening!" Drives him off the road. Falls into a ravine. Dead. I'm sure he candied him later. Now, we're back with Blonde Deb. Before she goes to follow young cop and Not Rex Manning like she said she was going to, she needs a shower because she's covered in popcorn, remember?
I forgot that.
Covered in popcorn.
Okay.
So she takes off her shirt, throws her shirt with the popcorn still on it into the hamper. And I'm like, I just give it a little brush off. You know what I mean? But no, she just throws it in the hamper.
Brush.
Now we see that there's some popcorn on the floor too. And as she steps into the shower, which I appreciated, no naked scene. We're just seeing her feet.
Shocking.
I'm like, okay. So now we see that the popcorn is kind of crawling across the floor.
Oh, shit.
And the hamper is wiggle waggling.
Oh, jeez.
We're like, uh-oh, this ain't no normal popcorn. Back at Big Top Burger, there is a clown outside of the dumpster at Big Top Burger. That clown opens up a clown bag, and he's filled with popcorn. The bag is filled with popcorn. And he sprinkles some of that popcorn into the dumpster. Okay? Walks away. Magic popcorn, remember. Back in the shower with Blonde Deb. Popcorn is wiggling the hamper a little bit more, but she can't hear it because she's in the shower. Back to the dumpster. Dude puts trash in the dumpster from Big Top Burger. And then he hears a squeaking noise. He says, what in the world could that be? So he opens up the dumpster. Sucked into the dumpster! Whoa. The dumpster ate him! What could it be? Back with Young Cop and not Rex Manning. Young Cop says, I have a friend at the lab. Meaning he's going to send the cotton candy to his friends at the lab. And not Rex Manning says, I told you. And Young Cop says, I'm sorry I roughed you up. When Deb's involved, it just makes me crazy. Obvious that Deb goes for laughs, not stability. Shade.
Ooh.
Shade. So.
Because Rex Manning's a real jokester.
I guess he's a real jokester. Well, he is friends with the Terenzi brothers.
Right, yeah.
That are just pranking the town. So
just
now.
Makes her laugh.
Yeah. So now we're at a bus stop. And there's about 10 people of all different demographics hanging out at the bus stop. And a clown comes up to the bench and he starts making shadow puppets on the wall, entertaining the people at the bus stop. Now, Kim, these were definitely magic shadow puppets because what he was doing with his fingers did not match what was happening on the wall.
Okay.
At all. Here, I'll give you a little video of what his fingers were doing, and then you'll hear the shapes he was making. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
This is a dinosaur. This is a lady dancing hula. This is a dog. That's what we're getting. So clearly magic shadow puppets. No one seems confused by the shadow that is being presented on the wall versus what they clearly see this clown's hands doing. They're just there for the show. Young Cop and not Rex Manning pull up. And they drive by and they see the shadow puppets happening. Boyf is now in the passenger seat. He's graduated to the passenger seat because Young Cop is like, you were right, man. These people are getting cotton candied. So he's sitting in the passenger seat now. And they look and then he's like, look, right there. And he says, get out and kill it. And Young Cop is like, chill, dude. Let me see what's going to happen. So everyone at the bus stop just watching the show. He turns his hands into a shadow dinosaur. And the shadow eats them.
The people?
Eats the people. The shadow comes down and eats all the people with his big dinosaur shadow mouth.
Whoa.
And then somehow they're in the clown's hands and the clown puts the people into his popcorn purse. Closes his popcorn purse. So that's when Young Cop and not Rex Manning are like, shit's getting real. Okay?
Real.
Not Rex Manning does something. He's going to take matters into his own hands.
That's great.
What does he do? And what do you do?
Let's see. He's going to take matter into his own hands. He's gonna just go over to that clown and punch him in the face. And I'm gonna be like, good cop, sir. Let's call for backup because we just lost 10 humans and shit appears to be going down. Okay. And use your gun, please, sir.
All right. 0 points.
Oh, great.
But not 0 points because that wasn't exactly the thing that he should have done. It's just not what he does. What he decides to do is grab the wheel from the passenger seat and also put his leg onto the accelerator from the passenger seat and drive the car into the clown while Young Cop is going, can you not? But the clown just jumps up into the air and disappears. And then they hit a wall. And I put that in quotation marks because what it really looked like was the car just kind of slowly, kind of gently moved into the wall as if someone was parking it.
Great.
But then we see a shot of them in the car The car is clearly still, and we just see them.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really sad I missed that.
It was great.
I don't get any points for mine.
No, because you said the opposite. You said he calls for backup.
No, I did not. I said he goes and punches them in the face.
He goes and punches them in the face, and then you call for backup.
Yeah.
Still 0 points, and
So I
you'll
was
find
confused.
out. Yeah, you'll find out later. Because we learn how to.
It seemed like you didn't hear my answer appropriately. I just wanted to double check because your response did not make sense.
Right. Well, punching them in the face wouldn't work. Also, calling for backup to let me ask you this. Who do you call for backup?
Everyone?
Who's everyone?
I mean,
Remember where all the phone calls are going to.
I understand that Mooney is a person there, but I assume there's more humans at the police station as well.
Okay. 0 points.
Okay.
You'll find out why later. Okay. So you said boyfriend. Sorry, I'm getting confused. You said not Rex Manning punches him in the face.
Yes.
And you said you would call the police station for backup.
For backup.
Got it.
And use all their guns.
Okay. Young cop calls Mooney for backup at the police station. Mooney does not believe him, says fuck you, over, and hangs up. No backup. Now young cop hears screaming and clown sounds. Young cop thinks it's our killer clowns. But we see the ice cream truck with the big clown on top just kind of running down the street. And then we see the two Terenzi brothers chasing after it. I guess one of them forgot to maybe put the parking brake on or something like that. And they're chasing it down. And we hear the Terenzi brothers saying, "What about the girls?" The popsicle eating girls in the back. And they say, "Forget about the girls. They eat too much anyway."
Oh, God.
Fucking assholes. So now they're running after the ice cream truck, which is speeding away. The not Rex Manning gets out of the car and he's like, "I'm going to go ask the Terenzi brothers for help." I don't know what he thinks the Terenzi brothers could do, but he tells the young cop that that's what he's going to go do. So not Rex Manning finds the Terenzi brothers. The truck has now crashed because it just ran into a wall. And he enlists the Terenzi brothers for help.
Okay.
Tells them all about the clowns. Help me. How, I ask. I don't know. Says, "First, take me to Deb's place." I don't know why he wants to go there because as far as he knows, Deb is following him.
Right.
The Terenzi brothers say, "Does she have roommates?"
Oh, boy.
Not Rex Manning says, "Yes. Yes, she does have roommates with big boobs."
Does he really say that?
Yes.
Okay.
And the Terenzi brothers say, "We're in."
Cool.
Back with Mooney. Phone's ringing off the hook. He's just reading a magazine. Door opens. In walks a clown.
Great.
Mooney starts laughing, going, "All these pranks are getting pretty elaborate." Mooney tells him to get a little closer, and he says, "You made a big mistake, bub." The clown pulls out a bouquet of flowers and squirts him. Now, Kim, I ask you this.
Yes, ma'am.
Your reaction to water being surprise sprayed in your face, what does your body do without even trying? You get out of the spray of what you try to get your body back. Yeah. And Mooney
I wipe my face.
Yeah. Mooney just lets this water spray him for 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
No
Wow.
reaction to a clown spraying water in his face.
Well, he's a tough guy.
He's
a tough guy.
Yeah.
He's not going to let no water bouquet clown fuck with him at all. He can handle and take whatever
you bet
they send him.
So now the flowers are out of water. Mooney looks at the clown and says, "I ought to shoot you right now." Wow, Mooney. Like, you can't do this. He then tells the clown to turn around. He's going to cuff him. And he straight up fucking says, I'm supposed to read you your rights, but I'm not going to because you're in Mooney's chair and you ain't got no rights.
Wow.
Fired.
Take a nap.
Please retire in shame, sir. I'm not like on the clown's side, but like we can't just be not reading people.
He
their
doesn't
Miranda
know
rights.
that this is a clown from outer space.
Exactly.
This
So,
is just a human being
in a clown costume who has rights.
to him.
So clown gets cuffed. He doesn't care about being cuffed because the clown just takes his hands off. Now he sort of sidesteps his way into where the holding cell is. And we see the two guys from the beginning who have still not gotten a phone call, by the way. And we're also not read their rights. Mooney follows the clown in and says, "Hands up!" He puts his nubs up. And then two more clown hands grow out of his nubs. Mooney opens the cell where the two guys are and says, "Get in there." And before he closes it, he hits him over the head with a billy club. But when I say hits him,
Ketryn's holding up air quotes when she says that.
Air quote hits him over the head with a billy club, because he just kind of holds his billy club up and places it on the clown's head, and then there's a sound effect that's supposed to tell us that this was a hard, fast hit with a billy club.
They just didn't have a stunt coordinator available.
No. Now he hits him, and the clown's head spins all the way around.
Oh, boy.
Mooney says, You know what? I can't be bothered with disappearing hands and spinny clown heads. I'm just shutting you in this cell with two other people that also haven't been read their rights, and I'm out of here. So he locks the cell, and the clown then takes out one of those birthday blowers, the thing that goes and uncoils.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Pulls out one of those uncoily blow thingies, and it turns into a hand. Mm-hmm. And it grabs Mooney around the neck and then pulls him forward, and he goes conk on the bars. Dead? Knocked out? Unclear. Incapacitated? Yes.
Okay.
Back with young cop. He's back at the department now, and he's answering the phones. Finally. Screaming, clown noises everywhere. Then he looks down and he sees big red shoe footprints leading into the cell area.
Uh-oh.
He goes into the cell. Flashlight drawn, not his gun. Unclear. Maybe he forgot he had a gun. I don't know. And he calls for Mooney. There's circus painting all over the walls. Footprints as if someone was walking on the wall. Fun drawings, all very circusy. In the cell, we see two big cotton candy cocoons.
Oh, no.
He looks to see who's inside. Pulls some cotton candy off. Arm falls down out of one of them. He goes back out of the cell, back into the office. Turns around. There's a giant clown in a chair. That clown then picks up a dummy. Who said they weren't going to be made a dummy?
Officer Mooney.
He was wrong, because now he's a ventrilo dummy.
Foreshadowing.
Ventriloquist's dummy. Because the ventriloquist is the one.
The hand
right.
person.
So the clown is the ventriloquist. Mooney is the dummy. And he's sitting on his lap. And the clown makes Mooney say, "Don't worry, Dave. All we want to do is kill you." I think that's why I was worried. Because I was worried that all you wanted to do was kill me. That is what is making me worry. Clown pulls his hand out of Mooney's butthole, possibly? Question mark. And sloughs off blood. Sure. And then Mooney's body just falls to the ground. Young cop stands up. Clown stands up. Young cop finally draws his goddamn gun and he shoots at it right in the chest. Nothing happens. Shoots at him right in the belly. Nothing happens. What's going on? Kim.
What?
What does young cop do and what do you do?
I don't know. I don't know how to foil these guys.
Shot him right in the chest.
Okay.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Right in the belly. Nothing happened.
I don't know how to kill killer alien clowns. Okay. Fuck. Is there not anyone else available? Why are there only 2 cops?
Allegedly, there are 2 cops in this town, and their names are Young Cop and Officer Mooney.
And one is dead.
And one is dead. Yeah. That's all we got.
I'm going to... Fuck! Okay. How do I get inside this circus? How does the circus kill someone? All right. I'm going to run away. I'm going to call some big guns. Like maybe the FBI, CIA. You know the CIA knows about these alien clowns.
Oh, yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go to the toy store and I'm going to grab one of the things that you see in cartoons where it's like just a circular holding thing and then you pull the button and a punching bag zings out.
Okay. All right.
Gotta grab that.
Okay. And what does young cop do?
He doesn't do that? Weird. Okay. He
I like that you're like, I need to run a quick errand to the toy store. If you could let me scoot past you, sir. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm going to grab that gun and maybe some water guns, any toy guns I can find. I'm going to join them in their game cuz maybe that will beat them.
Okay.
Laser guns. I don't know.
Who knows?
My gun doesn't work. I'm going to try all the other guns. I'm going to load my paper bag without handles up with some toy guns.
Yep.
And other toy killing machines.
Who knows if that will work?
And I'm going to try. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to... Okay. And then he is like, fuck, my gun don't work. And then he throws his gun at him and runs away.
Kim, you get a half a point. Barely.
Exciting. I mean, these killer clowns have been getting to me. They've gotten me. So half a point I'll take.
Half a point is for calling in the big guns.
Great.
Because you're overwhelmed.
I don't know what to do.
I gave you some clues that you're going to be mad at.
I don't know how.
Who knows if that will work?
I don't know.
He shot him in the belly and the chest, and then he shoots him in the nose. The big red clown nose.
That's not a fucking clue.
Shoots him in the clown nose. And
Please stop giving me clues that would never help me and also make it harder. That's not a clue.
So he shoots him in the big clown nose.
Maybe
and
if I was reading it and you spelled it differently.
Who knows if that will work? Shoots him in the clown nose.
Great.
And the clown goes, blah! Spins around and special effects out of there.
Great.
Explodes in glitter?
Figured it out.
Question mark? All right. So now young cop is now reporting to another station.
Great.
He's like, can I have more than 2 cops, please?
Please.
And they say, we'll send all available units to come help with alien clowns. They definitely give him a pause, he's like, hello. And they're like, help's on the way. Like, they're like, we don't know if we believe you that it's alien clowns, but
Right.
you're telling me lots of people are dead. So we'll be police officers and do our job and come help. Now we're back at the ice cream truck, and it's the Terenzi brothers and not Rex Manning, and they're talking about clowns on the loudspeaker. They think this is all bullshit, and they don't believe not Rex Manning. They're like, I mean, sure, we'll go to Deb's house because you told us she has big boob roommates, but come on, there's no way that there's killer clowns out here. They come upon a clown parade.
Uh-oh.
So it's a clown parade because there's clowns walking along a big truck. But the truck is more like a garbage truck or like a clown street cleaning truck, because what's happening is there's a clown driving the truck, and then there's other clowns that are picking up the cotton candy light bulb cocoons. Mm-hmm. And then there's other clowns up in the houses along the street throwing the cotton candy cocoons out. Mm-hmm. And the clowns on the street are kind of putting them in the way of the clown truck that's kind of sucking them up.
Okay. Got it.
With lots of balloons and festivities and clown colors and such things. So we see that there is someone hiding under a car of unnamed victim, and he tries to make a run for it. Cotton candied! The ice cream truck speeds away because they're like, this is no match for our ice cream truck. So now we're back with Blondie Deb. Longest shower ever. She's just now getting out.
Okay.
But she's dressed, which I appreciate. Like, they didn't, they
Right.
got us at the end of her dressing. Now, she sees that the hamper is moving when all of a sudden, baby clown plant head comes out. Kind of looks like from Seymour, from
Right.
Little Shop of Horrors thing.
What's that called? Venus Flytrap?
Yeah, Venus Flytrap, Little Shop of Horrors, but it's clown.
Okay.
And they come out, and it's like two of them, and she's like, ah, ah, ah! And then another one pops out of the medicine cabinet. And then she falls into the tub, and there's Venus Flytrap clown heads coming at her.
Ah,
Shh. What does she do, and what do you do?
I don't know.
What she does is pretty specific, so you do have an opportunity to tell me what you, Kim Burns, would do.
I don't know. I don't like baby clowns coming after me.
Now you know how I felt. Pennywise.
They're just so hard to foil. Mm-hmm. Because they're just happy and they're laughing at you. And there's so many. How many are there? So many?
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
But they're like,
Felt like more.
They're like attached to like a plant vine.
Oh, they're
like
attached.
Like these look
Okay.
like baby clown plants that need some more,
But they're plants.
but they're
attached to something.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna fucking grab something sharp and chop them off at their plant stem.
Okay, that's you.
Yeah.
Okay, what does she do?
She turns the water on, and that does something somehow. But I'm not understanding the mythology to know.
That's 1.5.
Wow.
I'm very fucking impressed. First of all, yeah, chop those little fucker heads right the fuck off their stem clown plant.
Right, of course.
She detaches the shower head. It's one of those detachy ones.
right.
That's why I was like, she's not going to get this. This is so specific. You'd have to see how the shower is arranged, blah, blah, blah. But I'm very impressed because what she does is she shoves the shower head into one of their plant heads and turns the water on. And the clown plant is like
Drowns it.
yeah, and then runs out of there past the hamper clowns.
Okay.
So she's in distress. She runs out of the bathroom, falls inexplicably. Just
Right.
She's a woman. Probably fainted, I'm
Woman
sure.
in the 80s.
And then
Obviously.
she hears not Rex Manning outside the door. Deb, it's me, Mike. Open up. She opens the door. Oh, thank you. No.
What?
It's a giant clown who's mimicking Mike's voice.
Oh, no.
So she runs to the window to jump out of it, but there's 3 clowns down below with a clown trampoline ready to catch her. Then
oh, man.
she turns around. Another clown. Clown has a gun. No! Is Blonde Deb about to get candied? Not candied. She's yellow orbed. She's put into a giant yellow balloon orb. And she's like,
orbed.
let me out of here.
Whoa, why is she special?
Still alive. I mean, maybe they need to reproduce. Who knows? Or she's just special. She might just be special. Who knows? Now we're back with the ice cream truck who's on their way to Deb's. The ice cream truck sees the clowns loading Deb Orb into the clown garbage truck. The ice cream truck follows the clown car. Young cop in his cop car sees the clown car speed by, then the ice cream truck speed by, then he follows behind. So we've got our own little parade happening. High speed chase. Then we hear the guys in the ice cream truck say, it's the cops. Stop the truck. So they just come to a screeching halt?
What? Why?
Is that what we're supposed to do? Aren't we supposed to pull over? We don't just come to a screeching halt in the middle of the road, correct? Comes to a screeching halt. Young cop car crashes into the back of the ice cream truck.
Great.
So now young cop is like, well, now I got to get in the clown truck because my car's
The ice cream truck.
the ice cream clown truck. Yeah, It's
Right.
got this big clown on the top of it. I'm sorry. Yes, the ice cream truck. They decide that the clowns are going to go to the only place they can think clowns would go to. Clown Mecca, if you will.
Okay.
The amusement park
Makes
at
sense.
the end of the pier.
Makes sense.
So now the clowns arrive at the park, and there's a security guard there. In pulls the clown car with the Deb Orb. Clowns get out of the car. Do you think a reasonable number of clowns got out of that car?
I'm going to say a lot of clowns got out of that clown car.
Like more clowns than you would reasonably think this small
Could
clown
fit
core
into that
Yep,
car.
that's exactly. Did you see this movie?
It's just a guess.
Yeah.
You know?
So the security guard says, it's closed. So then the clowns pull out a bunch of pies, and the security guard puts in an amazing performance as he's just covered in pies, pie after pie after pie, acid pies, covered in pie acid, and it's just him going like this, whoa, 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 hit by all the pies.
Rough.
Turns into a melted pile of pie, and they go into the fun house that he was guarding, and one of the clowns puts a cherry on top of the acid pie pile. They head into the fun house with Deb Orb. Now, young cop, not Rex Manning, Terenzi brothers, they pull up behind them, and they see the human pile of acid pie, and they're like, oh man, this fun house ain't so fun. So they head into the fun house after the clowns. The ice cream boys still think this is all fun and games, despite seeing lots of
Acid
evidence to the
pie
contrary.
man?
Yeah.
Of Deb being kidnapped.
Or any of the things that are actual emergencies, they think this is all just fun and games. So now they're talking about the potential mythology of our clowns.
Do tell.
This is all conjecture, mind you. The ice cream brothers say, why clowns? Not Rex Manning says, they're not clowns. Maybe they're ancient animals from another planet. Or maybe they're ancient astronauts and our idea of clowns just comes from them. To which I said, how do you know this, not Rex Manning? Where did you come up with this? Then young cop says, how come they aren't funny? I'd like to know the same thing. Then the ice cream brothers say, maybe their son pooped out and they need a new planet. The other Terenzi brother says, maybe they're just on a little joyride and they stopped here for a bite to eat. Mike tells them that, I'm sorry, not Mike. Young cop tells them that they die if you shoot them in the nose. Now we're walking through the funhouse, which is a very elaborate funhouse. And there's little steps, okay? Now, you know when a toddler will say over and over again, hey, watch this! Hey, watch this! Mm-hmm. But then they'll just do something dumb. And you're just like, if you were an adult, like, I wouldn't have to pretend that was cool because it was stupid. You literally just, like, spun around in a circle. I can spin it around in a circle. Like, way more circles than that. Yeah.
100%.
So the Terenzi brothers are apparently toddlers because they say, hey, watch this. And then they just hop down the stairs for no reason. Very strange. I'm like, why is anyone friends with these assholes? Like, they're not cute. They're not fun. So they walk past a big red button. Who the fuck do you think pushes that fucking button?
The brothers.
The fucking toddler brothers. And it's a super loud buzzer. And they're like, hey, you're going to, you're going to alert the clowns. Now they go up to an open door. Or go up to a door that they're going to open. And young cop and not Rex Manning are like, stay close by, ice cream toddlers. And they're like, we'll be fine. So then they turn back to the door, open the door. When they turn back around, the ice cream toddlers aren't there anymore. We see that the floor has opened up and they've fallen into a giant ball pit.
Whoa.
So now young cop and not Rex Manning are like, where did they go? And they're both like, they're fine. Why would you assume? You're in a killer clown funhouse where everyone is being candy murdered and they just disappear in a split second and you assume that they're fine. I honestly think they were like, good riddance. Yeah. They'll be fine. Get out of here. So they're in the ball pit with the ice cream toddlers. And we see that there are two girl clowns with big clown boobs.
Right.
And they're like, rah, rah, rah. That was them making sexy clown noises. To which the brothers, one of the toddler ice cream brothers says, are you Debbie's roommates? Are you in Debbie's house, Paul? Paul! Get it together, Paul! Are you in Debbie's house? Why would Debbie's roommates be here? Why would Debbie's roommates be clowns? Get it together. Cut to not Rex Manning and young cop. They find the tent from before in the fun house that was there already. Okay. Don't think too hard about it. And they come upon the cotton candy room again. Right. And they're looking for Deborb. Here comes a giant clown. They hide among the candy bodies. The clown that's come in pulls out a crazy straw. A curly Q straw, and he starts poking at the candies to see if they're ripe, ? And he sticks a silly straw in and he starts drinking it.
Oh God.
Like a cotton candy bloody Capri Sun. Delicious. Now the clown walks away because he's had his fill of Capri Sun. Mike loses his mind. He's like, blah! They turn around.
Who's Mike?
I'm sorry. Fucking not Rex Manning.
Not Rex Manning. Okay.
I didn't learn his name until like the fucking credits. So now we see Yellow Deborb. And they can't punch through it because it's like a bouncy ball. Like if you try to punch through it, your fist bounces off. So Kim, what does young cop decide to do? And what do you do?
Okay.
Don't think too hard about this one. Honestly.
I would like to cut it open. Like, I feel like I have, like what's a little Boy Scout thing?
Swiss Army knife?
Uh-huh.
I can, sure.
I'm going to slice it open.
Okay. And what does he do?
With my cop Swiss Army knife. He's going to bounce it around a little bit. Bounce it off the walls.
Bounce it off the walls?
Until it pops.
Okay. So make a bunch of noise and bounce it off the walls. Got it. 1 point. Cutting it open. Just cut it the fuck open. You can't punch a balloon open. You can cut it open. You get 0 points for what he does because he decides to shoot it.
I mean, that crossed my mind, but I was like, wouldn't he almost shoot her?
That's exactly what Not Rex Manning says. He's like, you're going to shoot me. He's like, I'm going to sandbag it, I guess is a term where it's like you shoot to hit the side. Yeah. And I'm like, or you could just cut it like with anything. Literally anything sharp. So she falls out. Young cop is like, there might be other people alive. Clowns! They make it to an elevator. More clowns! Young cop shoots their nose, explodes in glitter, running through the fun house. They find a clown fireman pole. They slide down it, but not too far because there's a clown chompy mouth at the bottom. Whoa, that was close. Don't go all the way down. Just go to the second story, not the bottom one. It's a fun house, Kim. Just be with me. So now they're running through the fun house. And it's a moving hallway, like one of those moving hallways where it's like, blah, blah, blah. Here come clowns behind them. So now they go into this giant sort of balloon lizard mouth hallway. Like they have to walk through like the mouth of this like lizard thing. And they come out the other end. And it's just like all like balloons and fog and all kinds of stuff. Here come more clowns. More funhouse hallways. This is just all funhouse walking through balloons, and it looks really fun, actually. I mean, it looked great. If I wasn't being chased by killer clowns, I'd be like let's go. Mm-hmm. So then they come to a door. This is the exact script. Okay. They come to a door. Not Rex Manning opens the door. Another door. He opens it. Another door. He opens it. Another door. He opens it. Another door. Verbatim. Sure. I memorized those lines.
Sure. Good job.
Here come the clowns.
Great performance.
Yeah. Finally, he opens the last teeny tiny little door. Young cop goes to shoot. No more bullets.
Oh, no.
So they scoot real quick through the little door just in time. And they lock it from the other side with young cop's rifle. Like they stick it through, so you can't open it.
Yep.
And now they're in a giant, giant funhouse room. And all the clowns are there. And now they have clown weapons.
Uh-oh.
They have bouncy hammers and toy guns and boogly boos and all kinds of
That's
things.
why my trip to the toy shop would have been real handy.
So now the clowns are all kind of moving pretty slow with their weapons. And they decide to climb a giant stack of presents up to the top.
Okay.
And they're all standing on the top, just kind of slowly swatting the clowns away. Luckily, only one clown comes at them at a time.
Great.
And it's very slow and with not much verve or vigor. And they're just like, That's me aimlessly batting them away, slow kicking them away. Now here come the Terenzi brothers busting through the wall in a clown ice cream truck. What genius plan do the Terenzi brothers have with their giant clown ice cream truck to get the clowns to leave their friends alone?
When you say genius, you're being facetious?
Am I?
I don't know. Or
I'm
is
not
it
being
genius?
facetious.
Okay.
It's genius. Oh, that was the pillow.
Point.
Nope.
They're gonna.
Yeah.
They're gonna. They've come. Okay.
They bust through the wall.
Great.
Clowns all look at them. What?
They're gonna run them all over.
Okay. Is that you or the brothers?
Oh, fuck. Do I have a gun?
You're a ice cream driver.
They're gonna run them over and drown them with ice cream.
Oh.
And I'm gonna go to sleep. No. I'm gonna run them over and then start if I could just maybe grab one of their things, like something, and just start like stabbing them in the nose with whatever I can.
1 point for you. You're using your knowledge of their noses to do something, and I hear you, and I commend you.
Thank you. I'm trying.
That's not what the brothers do.
What do they do?
The brothers get on the loudspeaker. Remember, that's got a big clown head on the top, and they go,
I recall.
"This is your leader.
Interesting.
Leave them alone." And all the clowns are like, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Sorry. And they just all walk away.
Okay.
Goodbye. So
Good job.
now the truck won't start up again.
Of course.
And they look up at the ceiling. Someone or something is being lowered down. All the clowns seem scared of what's coming down as well. It's a giant clown puppet, scary, huge clown thing. And it roars much more menacingly than any of the sounds coming out of the other clowns. And it's huge. I mean, it's the size of a building. It's huge. And we now see that the Trenzy brothers have like clown kisses all over their face and are like covered in glitter.
Yes.
And the giant clown steps down and just starts punching the truck. The brothers are still inside. And then the big giant clown throws the truck and it blows up. Goodbye, Trenzy brothers.
Oh, no.
See you later. At least they got in one last clown lay before they perished.
Wow, sad.
The giant clown now sees our three friends. Blonde Deb, not Rex Manning, young cop. He starts coming towards them. Young cop sees a way out where the truck busted through the wall. And he says to Blonde Deb and not Rex Manning, "Run!" Young cop stays behind to shoot the nose. I guess he had a rifle before, and now he's got his other gun. I guess they have other guns. Sure. I don't know why he didn't use the gun before. We don't need to go that deep into it. So now from the outside, we see that the tent is packing itself up.
Oh.
And the clown is just letting him shoot at him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he doesn't understand what's happening. Young cop stops to reload, and giant clown picks him up. The tent from the outside we see is starting to take off. But we also see that the cop cars from other precincts, they're pulling up. We now see not Rex Manning and Blonde Deb running towards all the cop cars. Kim?
What?
They didn't have a dolly on set that day. So they
Right.
just had to have them stand in front of the camera and run in place.
No, they didn't.
They did.
What?
They did. It was just, I mean, they could maybe move the camera a little bit, but only as fast as like another person running backwards could go.
Right.
So they were just
And
kind
that's
of
very
running.
bouncy.
Yeah, just in place, basically.
That's special.
So now there's a spinning top over the city,
Right.
you know, because the tent packed itself up. But young cop is still inside. Back with young cop. Young cop is being held by the clown. He has no more bullets. What do you do? What does he do?
Oh, God.
He's being held, you know, but I will tell you who has one hand free.
He's a hand free. Where am I? What height am I at?
You're still in the clown tent. You don't necessarily know that the tent is like,
Right.
you know, you're just inside trying to fight a giant clown.
I mean, I want to just start hitting his nose. I just don't know where I am in space.
Mm-hmm. You're near his nose.
I would like to hit his nose.
Okay. And what is young?
And so does he. Hand in hand.
Yeah.
Oh!
He takes his badge off
Nice.
because it's like kind of sharp
Pointy.
and pops it.
Oh.
Yeah. The clown drops him and spin explodes. Special effects right out of there. Then the whole tent we see explodes in the air. Goodbye, Trenzy brothers. Goodbye, young cop.
Oh no, young cop.
And all of a sudden, a clown car falls from the sky.
Uh-oh.
Out pops young cop. How he did it, I don't know. But they all hug together, the three of them, to which I went, threesome? Maybe this is how they're going to make this work. Because they just all seem like so in love with each other equally.
They're
like
a
this
throuple.
big throuple hug. I just loved it.
Beautiful
I love that for
throuple.
their journey. I really did. Killer Klowns from Outer Space 2. They're a throuple. We're writing it. Now.
I bet there's 27 of these already.
Yeah. Now. Out pop
What?
the Terenzi brothers.
What? Out of the clown car?
Out of the ice cream truck.
Out of
that's
the ice
Yeah,
cream
that's
truck?
fallen. Now, Kim, pretend you're a toddler. I need you to use toddler logic. Where did the Terenzi brothers hide that kept them safe from the explosion fire?
Inside the freezer?
Nice job, toddler Kim.
No problem.
They hid in the
Thank you.
ice cream freezer, which is apparently
Protects
immune
you
to
from
fire. Yeah.
explosions.
So now it
It's
starts.
very cold in there.
It is very cold
And
in
fire
there.
is very
And
hot.
fire is very hot. Good job, toddler logic. So now it's raining glitter. And they're all like, well, that was a crazy night. And then they're all pied from the sky. But I guess they weren't acid pies because it doesn't melt them. Freeze frame. Credits. Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Wow.
I'm going to total up your points so that I can see
Great.
if you get your special prize. at the
I
end.
was concerned for a minute there. I was like, I've survived every episode so far, but I was concerned
Yeah.
for the first half of this.
Special prize at the end. We'll see. Be right back. Hey guys, this is Kat.
And Kim.
And we just want to let you know about our brand new Patreon we just launched. You can find us at www.kimandkatstayalive.com.
And you'll also find merch on there. Check out our merch store and follow us on social media at kksampodcast. We love you. Bye.
Okay, Ms. Burns,
Yes.
you got 13 3/4 of a point out of 24.
Oof.
But guess what that's more than?
Open house Rotten Tomato score.
Do you want to know what your prize is?
I really do.
There is a band called the Dickies.
Okay.
The Dickies got a really exciting gig back in 1988.
Okay.
That gig was to write a little song specifically
For a movie.
for a movie. That movie was Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Do I get to hear it? Or are you going to sing it for me?
I'm not going to sing it. I'm going to do you one better.
What?
I'm going to do a dramatic reading of the lyrics just as they are. Are you ready?
I'm ready. What a great prize.
P.T. Barnum said it so long ago. There's one born every minute, don't you know? Some make us laugh. Some make us cry. These clowns, honey, they're going to make you die.
Whoa.
Everybody's running when the circus comes into their town. Everybody's gunning for the likes of the Killer Klowns from outer space. The ringmaster shouts, "Let the show begin! Send in the clowns. Let them do you in. See a rubber nose on a painted face, bringing genocide to the human race. It's time to take a ride on the nightmare merry-go-round. You'll be dead on arrival from the likes of the Killer Klowns from outer space." "There's cotton candy in their hands," says the polka-dotted man with a stalk of jacaranda. "They're all diabolical bozos." "Oh, look around. What do you see? Tell me, what's become of humanity? From California shores to New York Times Square, Barnum and Bailey everywhere. If you've ever wondered why the population's going down, blame it on the plunder of the likes of the Killer Klowns from outer space." End scene.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That was
I'm going to be doing that for my next audition.
That was beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I can't thank you enough for my prize.
You're welcome.
It was really special.
You did a really great job against those
you.
killer clowns
Thank you.
from outer
I
space.
didn't feel like it. I felt like they had the best of me for a minute there, but
also, Kim, I mean,
in the end,
the mythology.
Yeah.
What is the mythology of clowns?
I don't know.
You learn one mythology, it doesn't apply to other clowns.
I don't
Depends
know.
on what circus you're at.
it's hard to get in there. It's hard to figure them out.
You did great.
Thank you.
Nice work.
You too.
I'm hungry.
Cool. Let's get some food.
Yeah, I'm going to get some food. Don't forget to do all of your business as Sammy's as well. And your business is to follow us, like us, tweet us, review us, listen to us, download us, do all the things. Honk, honk. So if you could just do your homework, that would be great.
Thank you so much.
Anything else to add?
Nope. So this has been Kim and Ket Stay Alive.
Maybe.
So until next week,
Stay alive. Honk, honk. Ghosted me. I'm done.